Many people think that astrology is used to only for prediction. No, the tamasic form of astrology relies on prediction, relies on crippling the people's free will. Actually, the astrology application is using the free will of people to free oneself of karma. Let me explain to you across. Somebody is going to join in a job. He finds it very disturbed. He is not emotionally very peaceful. He does not know how it is going to go. If he joins in a good time, signs in a good muhurta across, his job will do well. I have helped many people across. For example, there was a big MD in a cement company. He was having problem in reaching the target. He had a huge problem with the company itself. So I made him, we did a small puja in his table and made him sit at a particular time across. After that, the situation started improving a lot. His performance started improving a lot. He could deliver a lot of good results with regard to the company, and the way he had gone about, he got promoted across. So astrology application is in muhurta. Astrology application is used in solving the problem. For example, he used to have the meeting in Guru Hora and Sukra Hora, and generally his meeting turned out to be very positive, peaceful and happy. Whenever he had meeting in the Rahu Kala Yamaganda, there was a lot of mental disturbance, there was a lot of agitation, there was a lot of arguments across as a person. Generally, when he is having an appraisal meeting, he will try to align it in Sun Hora and Moon Hora, which is a very positive Hora for the persons, and that turned out to be a lot of peacefulness and happiness for him as a person. He could get things done fast. There was less resistance. People's mind were open. People's heart were open. People's mind were absorbing the positivity, and it had a very positive impact into a person's life across. So therefore, astrology is not about predicting the destiny. It is using the time to enhance our activity. It is using the time to bring Karya Siddhi. It is using the time to bring lot more success across. For example, there was a person who came across, his mother asked, I am very confused about it. I didn't know which career to choose. I don't know whether science has to be chosen or the economics, commerce has to be chosen across. I gave her a very clear indicator that the person is Dhanur Lagna and the person will have a lot of inclination towards art and artistic subject. So it is better to put him in the artistic subject. When you believe in samskara, when you believe in vasana, when you believe in the swabhava of a person, astrology as a map which helps to understand the swabhava of people. It is not a fatalistic science where you say you are condemned, that you are this, that. It is not the way it has been done across. It is help people to make effective choices. It is help to make people effective choices, making decision based on their karma scope, based on their vasana, samskara. Vasana might be very strong to do artistic subject, but when you force a child to do the science subject, the science actually becomes a poison for the people across. Now many people, I met a great man who told me that everybody is born with a destiny. Somebody is born like a flute, somebody is born like a tabla, somebody is born like that. But the day you accept the destiny and you walk over it, you will have a lot of success and growth. Now that is the I idea has been resonated by Paul Kohlman, and who talk about the finding the destiny, finding the path. It is also talked about by many people across the Western world across. How do you find when the soul has to make a choice between this and that, between that and this? Whatever analysis you do, it might not be able to clear it across. So astrology is used to find the destiny, is used to find the path across. For example, there was a guy who called me up from abroad and America and who wanted to settle down in India. I told him, don't come back to India. You will find it very difficult to settle down in India. You will have a lot of problem and difficulty across. He came back to India. He faced a lot of difficulty. He went back to America. America is his destiny point. How did I tell? His fourth lord from Saturn was afflicted. So I told him that his destiny point was outside the country. Now this is a very valuable guidance for making decision, for making what you call choices across. It is not trying to be like a bull in the China shop where you try to simply crash, use the will across. Will has a limitation. Many people don't understand the limitation of the will. They think they can do everything with the will. No, the will has a limitation. Astrology actually helps you to work with the will, work with the speech, work with the feeling, work with the action, work with the intention, and work with the environment and circumstances. Let me give you, for example, there was a lady who was very hostile in getting married across. She has to be treated on the mind level across. So for the Mars, the first lord was, lamp was lighted across, the rituals were done across, her mind started changing about marriage across. Now, whether the marriage is good across, bad across, it is not something she was in a very good frame of mind to decide. She had chosen the non-marriage out of fear, doubt, confusion, and when we started lighting the lamp, when we started doing the ritual, the fear, doubt, confusion started growing out across, and it helped her as a person to make a very clear decision across. Now, for example, there was a guy who wanted to do the business across. I told him Saturn is transiting your 8th house, the time is unfavorable, the situation and circumstances and the law of attraction will be unfavorable for you as a person. So please avoid doing a business for the next 2.5 years. It is not, I'm not trying to make him fatalistic, but I helped him to align with the time. He came back after 2.5 years, he started the business, he is a roaring success, because what you do initially has a lot of impact. Now if you start at a good time, and it will have a maximum impact across as a person. There was a guy who came to me and he told me the Vastu part of it is having a problem, the Vastu aspect of it is having a problem across. Now I told him that it can be rectified with using a Muhurta, rectified by using a particular timing across as a person, and we did the ritual and the Vastu rectification went down, and the number of negativity went down across in that particular area. The white vortex opened up and he started having a lot of success as far as his profession is concerned. So therefore, for choosing a mate, we do the compatibility of two people based on their karma, samskara, vasana, and on their soul level. We don't simply take it because the person liking, disliking, attraction and non-attraction is very subjective, it is very fickle-minded, and it can change with the time. So we try to check the compatibility based on their energy body. Remember, astrology is reading the 7 chakras, reading the aura and the chakra, reading the energy map of the body. So map of the energy body across the person. So it will help you to have a better compatibility, better resonance across. It is not killing a choices, it is enhancing the choices, it is help to making the correct choices across. So therefore, all these things are not not understood by the so-called people. They get fixated by the idea that it is about predicting the future. No, prediction of the future is only one important use of the astrology across. Actually, it has a variety of application in weather and in a variety of things across, which I will be talking about how one can use the astrological solutions, astrological remedies in overcoming the destiny pattern, the negative destiny patterns of life and the negative patterns of life. To condemn anything which has been so long, which has been there for so many years, is not a wise idea. If you don't know something, it is better to keep quiet across. And please don't tell if he is an evolved soul, he will be able to predict the future. He will not predict the future. Jaggi Vasudev, you are traveling 30,000 kilometers. You need a plan, you need a preparation, you need guides, you need people. Same way people need guidances with the energy body, guidances with the aura and chakra, guidances with the preferences across in the world. It does not mean we are condemning the free will. We are actually enhancing the free will, making an effective choices using their energy scope of the body. So astrology is an energy scope. Once you understand that, it will have a lot more interesting applications into your life across. Thank you.